Hello everyone, welcome today. Back again here in Tokyo Big Site. So today I'm visiting one of the expedition. So today I'm visiting FOMA. So FOMA is actually the food production processing technology expedition. So it's mostly focusing on the technology used for food production. So mostly like food production, relying a lot in automation. But now with the advanced technology, especially like robots and AI, Internet of Things, so it's been also now implementing in the food production. So today here we're going to see like what are the latest technology in this field and if there are actually robots that are being used in this field. So today we are going to go and see.
The automation system are being used in a lot in the food production. So mostly you can see like moving pellets or like moving belt. So it can help to move food very fast. So you can have fast production of food in food factories. And this is very important because sometimes like we need to produce a lot of food product in a very fast way and very efficient way, and also in a very economical way. And recently, robot technology are starting to be used in many food production. Mostly one of the widely used robot system is the cobot, because cobot are very reliable and very safe and can be easily implemented into the food production. So it can easily be programmed and installed in a system. So you can have a system where robot can handle material. So in this case, this robot can be used to fill. Sometimes also it can carry plate and maybe put it in oven. And it's very reliable and very easy system to use. Sometimes companies of course need to integrate all the system together, so it could be single controlled by one single system. And also with the implementation of vision system, here we can see this system that have a vision system, so it can accurately scan the food, sometimes to check the quality. In this case, actually, it's being used to maybe a robot manipulator can print something on the cake. Here you can see. So the integration of robot manipulator with vision system and AI system can increase food production efficiency. But sometimes you need a specific kind of system. This company produce this cooking robot. So this is not a robot manipulator. You need to design a specific robot for a certain task. So here, this can be used in the restaurant to make cooking. So it's a kind of assisting the chef. So a chef can maybe cook a lot of pellets, a lot of meals using the system. So maybe it can help a lot to save the problem of shortage of labor, which Japan actually have a big problem with the shortage of labor. And there are actually a lot of new reliable systems, all because the shortage of labor in Japan. So many companies now are trying to invest and develop robot system and automation system Like this one also used for sushi production. Rotator can put things in the sushi, and also the same system could be used for making obento. So the obento, instead of doing it by hand, you can maybe develop a full system that have automation system with the robot manipulator prepare the bento. But sometimes, like to develop a full system could be very complex. So, like you can have this kind of a robot is a humanoid. The advantage of a humanoid robot that it can directly implement it into a production line. Yes, instead of the same work that the human will do, this robot can directly will do because it have two arms and a big and a camera, so it can easily be integrated into a production line or like a food factory, and also could work with the human. So this I think is a very effective system that can be used in the food production.
Actually, now I completed the visit, and actually, unfortunately, most of the like companies they don't allow to take pictures. But so far, like I managed to see like so many technologies being presented in today's expo. So most of course, like most of them they are focusing on developing some automation or some machine that we use for the food production, and mostly some that they are using like some robots, especially like robots in the like food production process. Like I've seen like one company that they are using like a robot arm to maybe and using like big plates so they can prepare maybe some cookies or maybe some cakes before they could put it to the oven. So like the robot could be used instead of a human who always place this big pellet inside the oven, and sometimes also being used to like we can use the robot manipulator also to like place food inside like a bento or maybe a plate. So this very effective form of like automation, and of course, like in Japan, those kind of technology are highly needed because of the shortage of workers. Because Japan is facing an aging society, so there is a shortage of workers. That's why, like, many companies are trying to find any way to bridge the gap of the labor shortage, mostly with this kind of technology. But if, like, in countries such as like in Middle East or Africa, maybe this kind of technology is not highly needed because we don't have a shortage of workers. There's almost cheap labor, as I can say, that they can do this kind of job. But here in Japan, this kind of a big problem. That's why this kind of technology will be very effective. Of course, like with the use of AI, especially like AI now, it can maybe use for sorting, maybe identifying like, and also the quality of the food. All could be used with AI. So the video system with AI, we can maybe improve the production of the food. So I believe like mostly there is a misconception. Like when you read the data for the number of percentage of robot application in different industries, you will find that the food production have the lowest with almost 3%, compare maybe 30%, and for like electronics or maybe 25% for automotive industries. But actually, like robot like itself, the robot are not used a lot in the food production, but mostly machines are the one that are used. Automated machine are the one that they are used, and the difference mostly between automated machine and a robot that actually robot you can reprogram it. So I've seen like the robot manipulators that are being used in the food production by most companies could be used for different many applications. But the machine that built for a certain task, like you can find like a machine that being used, that being developed for maybe filling or maybe like mixing or maybe cutting. It will only be used for just one specific task. So that's the difference between like if you like a company if they buy a machine means they cannot use it for anything else. But a robot maybe you can use it for different things, and this could be very effective sometimes for companies. Maybe they can just only rent the robot, especially like robot now you just can rent it if you need it, because if the work is getting maybe very compact, and you have a shortage of labor, then maybe you can use a robot for some times. But after that, maybe you can just return the robot without use it in the production line. But a machine, if you like invest and buy a machine for a certain task, then you cannot use it for anything else. That's the difference between like automation and robots in the food production. But I believe that the use of robot and AI will increase in the coming years because especially like in Japan is highly needed. But I think also the technology is getting very reliable and much cheaper and much easier to get. And so I think other countries actually they will see this kind of technology very soon.